Residents of Bikone, Nyakabuha and the surrounding villages have benefited from a donation that will for the coming decades change their lives. A suspended bridge running across River Mubuku, the new establishment connects Bikone to Nyakabuha. The residents here who have been using this dilapidated and risky ancient bridge are elated by this improvement.
In the last of the few years, the situation has been worse compared to what is happening today. The bridge was destroyed in May 2022. We lost the primary school, everything was taken away. Number of homes were taken away. Also, we lost the church because the full gospel church was taken away. We had faced a lot of challenges. As we call the community, we have lost so many people who have drawn into this River Mubuku. The years before, we did not have the services the other side of the corner, like schools and markets. So whenever people could try to go to market to sell their agricultural products, and they could cross through the rivers, so some of the people were taken away by the waters.
And the people whom I know very well that were drowned in this river are more than 20. The education sector across the bridge was so poor.
We had a lot of school dropout because there were children that were supposed to move to one cell to the other to go and attain their education. But because at times when it rained, the children were not in position to cross the river. So this became so difficult. There were high illiteracy levels before the construction of the bridge.
And you know, when the children have not gone to school, it hinders development.
Actually, education has been low the other side of Bikone because even times for UNEB, find that it is not easy to take exams to the other side and to take a long time. So this challenge actually led most of the children of Bikone not going to school.
And when the temporary bridge was swept away, Bikone primary schools enrollment greatly reduced to a level that they failed to even admit 7 people in P7. And I understand that now that the bridge is in place, the enrollment of Bikone primary school is going to shoot up to 700. And this bridge is coming to solve very many social problems around here.
Actually, as I talk now, in Bikone, we have not had any hospital, any health center, because it was not easy to access the medicine because of the no way to cross.
The fact that Kasese district is now prone to the disaster, the floods, there was no emergency route. There was no emergency access. For example, if a disaster occurred, there would be no any accessibility for a way of evacuating the people and their properties to ensure that they're in the safe place.
This is an area of the tourist, to the tourism center, and we have been having challenges for the tourists to cross the river to go to the mountains. So this bridge is really going to solve the problem of transportation.
Absence of the bridge, it really was hindering because most of the people, the business is this side of the river, is this side, and the other side is productive. So crossing the produce to the business center was very challenging. The main center is here, so people would dare try to cross, and as they do that, then they would lose lives.
This is why even people who are not involved in business.
This actually had a very negative impact on the development of the area.
Our community badly needed the bridge.
When they expressed a need for the bridge, it is something that we had heard about. First of all, on this side of the river, they do not have a secondary school. So we have students crossing to go to this other side to access education. There is no healthcare facility on this side of the bridge. So mothers and other people often cross to access this service, trade. We have people who have their farms on this other side of the river. So there is a lot of activity that involves crossing the river. When the community approached us for this request, it was definitely a viable need for us, and when the funds became available, it was a good fit for us because it was community driven and the need was quite evident.
And from today, I understand that problem is solved.
And with this bridge, I'm sure all services will be accessible at the other side, like education and the medical, business, everything will go on very well the other side because of this new bridge.
I thank the Engineers Without Border, USA. I'm very happy. Right now they have helped us. We have a new bridge that connects Nyakabu and Bikone.
I'm very happy for this project, that really what we planned, and with the donors, that is Engineers Without Borders. I'm very grateful for the work they have really done.
Our community members will be able to access market, more especially those dealing in coffee, those dealing in food produce. They will be able to transport their commodities. And good enough, this bridge allows motorcycles to cross over. It really means people will have to increase their sales of the produce, and they'll be able to transport their commodities to town, thereby getting some cash in their pockets.
I'm very grateful this bridge is really going to serve for centuries.
I want to thank Engineers Without Borders for the development they have brought to us. Kasese District Local Government is really appreciative. This is now the longest footbridge in Uganda. And specifically when you look at the cost and the technology, it is wonderful.
Our mission is built around delivering sustainable engineering solutions to communities, especially the underserved communities. So Bikone, Nyakabuha is one of those communities that have had challenges with access, and we are glad that we're able to obtain a partnership with Engineers Without Borders USA, HDR Foundation, and a donor that facilitated the process of the construction of this bridge. So we are glad that we have worked this journey with the community. They own the bridge, they have participated in the construction. We also believe that the bridge is about the future of their children, and so they promise that they are going to guard it well. There are quite a number of communities that need such services, that are still having challenges, life-threatening challenges. We have heard about River Nyamwamba and a number of other rivers in this area, and they need this service. We may have the human resource to make the designs, to make the master plans and all this. We do not have the financial resources. I would say I want to challenge our own local corporate organizations in Uganda and in the African region to also lend a hand. This bridge has been made possible by corporate donations from the US, and I think I want to challenge our private sector. I want to challenge our communities. I want to challenge even the engineers to volunteer efforts to be part of this effort, to lend a hand to solve some of these very, very urgent issues in the community. As Engineers Without Borders, we remain committed to provide support to communities when called on, but of course also if we are able to obtain the necessary resources.